Hey guys, it's Kim and I'm back today with my weekly pull list. I'm still getting over my cold, so I'm a little bit flu-y. So occasionally if I just cough up like anything, apologies in advance. Because I've been so sick, I'm so behind in reading all my comics. I haven't even read Dark Knight's Metal yet. What is wrong with me? So I'm going to jump on all the books that I've missed out so far and just power through that list. But today I want to show you guys what I picked up from the comic book store this week. I have a lot of Marvel books, which is actually really exciting because you guys know that I don't read a huge amount of Marvel and I feel like it's slowly creeping into my life. So let's get into all the comic books that I picked up for this week. So as always, let's start with DC Comics. I have Action Comics 986, Batgirl issue number 14, Mother Panic issue number 10, and this week I decided to jump on a Nightwing book. So I picked up Nightwing issue number 1, The New Order. I do really like Nightwing. I have read a little bit of his stuff, but not a huge amount, so I thought it'd be really fun to jump on this particular comic. Sounded like it had a really cool premise, so I'm really excited to read this one. Now jumping straight into Marvel, I have Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe again, issue number 4, and as you can see we have a few choice of famous Avengers here on the front, so I'm really excited to get stuck into this comic and find out who gets killed off this issue. Next I have Edge of VENOMVERSE issue number 5, and I am beyond excited for this one. I already premeditated this will be my favourite one. Remember a few issues ago when Gwenpool had the symbiote, I said what would happen with Deadpool and the symbiote? It would be like a freaking disaster. And look who is coming in with the symbiote. Deadpool will have the symbiote this issue, so I am so keen to get into this one. I'm so excited, I'm so pumped, I'm so ready. And how freaking cool is this cover? Next issue I picked up is Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man, issue number 3. I am really liking this comic so far. I really like being able to read an ongoing Spider-Man series, so I am really excited to see where this story goes, because so far, as I said, it's been pretty great. And this week I picked up 2 more True Believers comics. First one I have is The INHUMANS, issue number 1. I was really excited to pick this one up and read it through because of the new Marvel TV show that's coming out. I have watched the trailer and I'm not overly sure it's going to be a series I will actually like, but I probably will watch the pilot episode, see how it is, and you know, if I like this series I'll keep going. But I don't particularly like Marvel TV series that much, so I just thought I might get a little bit of backstory and pick up the Inhumans issue number 1 and then maybe try the TV show, see how it goes. And the last True Believer issue I picked up is Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. So this is part of the Strange Tales series from way back when. I'm really excited to get into this one because I don't think I've heard of Strange Tales before. Well, in passing I have, but I've never kind of known what it was about. So the fact that I was able to pick this one up and could get a little bit of a preview of the series is really exciting to see if I like it, and I want to start picking up the back issues. So keen to read this one. And jumping into our independent issues, I have Plastic, issue number 5. This is such a cool comic, I've been raving about it. The serial killer that's trying to get back the love of his life, a plastic sex doll. It's the weirdest story ever, but it definitely gets you hooked 100%. So we're on issue number 5 and it's just been so great so far. I've really enjoyed it and I'm still on it, issue number 5, so highly suggest picking it up. Next book I have is Heathen number 5. This is such a beautifully drawn comic and the story is really intense, but it really draws you in. So I have been loving this so far by Vault, and just even like the quality of how the comic is, you know, packaged and everything. It's got like a sort of a hard cover. It's not just that normal papery cover. So I feel like a lot of effort has been put into this comic and how it's been published. So I've really enjoyed the story so far. It's basically about Norse gods and all the stories of Norse mythology with Valkyries and all different things. Really fun stuff. So I do suggest if you're into mythological stuff, in particular Vikings and all that, then this is definitely a book you should be picking up. Next one I have is Sisters of Sorrow, issue number 2. The first issue was pretty intense. It was a little different than I expected, and we didn't see them in any nun costumes, so I was quite upset about that. So the first issue had them pictured in their nun costumes getting revenge on evil people in Los Angeles, and this front cover also has them dressed up in a nun costume. I'm hoping we're going to see them get revenge in their nun costumes. I want to see it. So I'm pretty excited to see where this series leads because it had a super cool premise, and I would suggest if you're into badass females and weirdly dressed costumes, then this is the comic for you. The last book I have for the week is Hi-Fi Fight Club by Boom Studios. Last one, Sisters of Sorrow, was also Boom Studios. As you have known, I have been raving about this comic book publisher for like a very long time. I have been picking up like literally all of their number ones and continuing all of their series. They're doing such great stuff at the moment, and a lot of their stuff is very female powered. I'm not saying it's just for females, it's just a lot of their characters are very overpowered females, very strong female characters. So if you are a female trying to get into comics and you're not really sure about the big comic book publishers and the big, you know, superheroes and all that kind of stuff, these are really cute stories to pick up. They're very small and easy to read, easy to collect, and they're very fun stories as well. So this is another issue 1 from Boom Studios called, as you can see, Hi-Fi Fight Club. It's all about fighting like a girl and girl power. So it was definitely one I wanted to pick up and try, and I'm so keen to get stuck into this one. I'm sure it will not let me down, as nothing has from Boom Studios so far. So those are all the comics that I picked up this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know which ones you picked up by leaving me a comment below. And if you want to follow me on any social media, I have Twitter, I have Instagram, I have Goodreads. All of those links are in the description below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye.